Okay, we will discuss steady state radial heat transfer through a hollow cylinder. Let us consider a hollow cylinder of inner radius R1 and outer radius R2. Let the temperature at inner radius R1 be T1 and let the temperature at outer radius R2 be T2. Okay, let at R equal to R1, T equal to T1. Okay, and at R equal to R2, T equal to T2. Okay. Now we will calculate steady state radial heat flow through a hollow cylinder. We will calculate. Okay. Now this is a heat transfer equation for in radial coordinates. Heat transfer equation in radial coordinates. We can derive this, but it is not necessary. Therefore, I have taken directly. Okay. If I integrate this above, what will happen? It will be integration. If I multiply here, it will be 0. Therefore, r will become 0. Integration of dou by dou r, it will be kr into dou t by dou r. Dou t by dou r, it is equal to C1. It is equal to C1. Therefore, dou t by dou r is equal to C1 divided by kr. C1 divided by kr. Okay. If I calculate C1 and C2, what I will do? I will calculate heat transfer Q in a hollow cylinder. What is in a plane wall? Heat transfer equal to Q is equal to, in a plane wall, Ka delta T divided by L. For a plane wall it is. What will be for a hollow cylinder? That we will calculate now. Okay. Therefore, I will differentiate this again. Differentiation of this. Okay, we will get T is equal to C1 differentiation of 1 by R. ln of R divided by K plus difference a constant of integration C2. Okay. We will calculate C1 and C2. This we can still more simplify. Okay. We can still more simplify. It will become K into T is equal to C1 ln of R plus C2 into K. C2 is a constant, K is a thermal conductivity, that is also constant. Therefore, C2 into K is a constant. C2 into K is a constant. I will write that constant as C2 only. Okay. Now, actually it should be C2 into K, but C2 into K is a constant. Therefore, now using these boundary conditions, these are the boundary conditions. Okay. Using these boundary conditions, I will calculate the C1 and C2. Okay, applying boundary conditions, applying boundary conditions. Okay, applying boundary conditions. First boundary condition, this at R equal to R1, T equal to T1. At R equal to R1, if I substitute that here, then what will become? It will be KT1, this equation. At R equal to R1, T equal to T1, if I substitute, it will be KT1 plus KT1 is equal to C1 ln of R1 plus C2. Okay, this is that equation. Okay, if I substitute R equal to R2, T equal to T2, that if I substitute again, therefore C2 will be here. If I calculate C2, okay, if I calculate C2 here, C2 in terms of C1, C2 will be equal to K into T1 minus of C1 ln of R. Okay. Now, using the second boundary condition, I will calculate C1. Okay, using second boundary condition. Okay, that is at R equal to R2, T is equal to T2. If I substitute that here, okay, therefore it will be KT2, okay, is equal to C1 ln of R2 plus C2. Okay. Therefore, if I substitute this C2 again here, what I will do, I will calculate C2 from here and I will substitute C2 in this equation. Okay. Let this be equation number 1, or I will call this one as equation number 1. Okay. I will call this one as equation number 2. Okay. This as equation number 3 and 4. Okay. We will calculate C2 from equation 4 and substitute in 3. Okay. C2 from equation 4 will be KT2 minus C1 ln of R2 from equation 4. If I substitute this, substituting C2 in equation 4, substituting C2 in equation 4, this C2 if I substitute in equation 4, what will happen? It will be KT2, okay, plus is equal to C1 ln of R2 plus C2. C2 is nothing but KT1 in equation 3. In equation 3 I have to substitute here. Sorry. This one in equation. Therefore KT1 C1 ln of R1, okay, plus C2. C2 is nothing but KT2 minus C1 ln of R2. Okay. What I will do? I will take T2 and K on one side, R2 and R1 on the other side. Therefore, C1 into, I will take this one on the LHS, ln of R2 minus R1, R2 minus ln of R1, it is equal to, I have taken C1 ln of R2 in LHS, C2, okay, this one will be C1 ln of R2 minus C1 ln of R1. Okay, I have taken this C1 ln of R2 and C1 ln of R1 in LHS. Okay, I will take KT2 minus T1. Okay, therefore C1 is equal to KT2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1. Okay, this is C1 ln of R2 by R1. Okay, now I will substitute this C1 in this equation to get heat transfer. Okay, I will rub this one. Actually, I will rub from here. Okay. C1 I know. Okay, C2 also I know. Okay. Now what I will do, from basics, heat transfer Q is equal to, we are calculating heat transfer. Okay, therefore we know that Q is equal to, heat transfer Q is equal to minus Ka dou T by dou R here. It will be dou T by dou X for the in Cartesian coordinates. Here it is dou T by dou R. Dou T by dou R is equal to what? C1 divided by Kr. C1 divided by Kr. C1 is equal to that one. Okay, T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 minus R1. Okay. Now, okay. Now, this Q we have to calculate. Dou T by dou R, if I substitute C1 in this equation, I will get dou T by dou R. Okay. We have to calculate Q. Okay. We have to calculate Q here. This Q. Okay. Therefore, what I will do, we know what is the area. For a conduction, area we have to take it as area normal to heat transfer. Area normal to heat transfer, it will be 2 pi R into L. L is the length of the hollow cylinder. R is the radius. Okay. Actually, we have to consider an elemental strip. Then we have to go from that. Okay. Here, if A is equal to 2 pi R into L. Okay. If I substitute A is equal to 2 pi R into L. Okay. What I will do? I will substitute dou T by dou R here. Dou T by dou R, and A is equal to substituting C1 and dou T by dou R. Dou T by dou R, or substituting dou T by dou R here initially. Dou T by dou R and A. Okay, in this equation. Therefore, Q is equal to minus Ka dou T by dou R. Dou T by dou R is equal to this one. C1 divided by Ka. A means what? A is equal to 2 pi R into L, that is A. Okay. A. Okay. Into dou T by dou R is equal to C1 divided by Kr. C1 divided by Kr. This Kr will cancel. What will remain? Q is equal to, okay, Q is equal to C1 I will substitute. Okay. C1 is equal to what? K. C1 equal to K T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1. C1 is equal to, okay. C1, this K and this K will also cancel. Therefore, minus of C1 is equal to K T2 minus T1 divided by into area is 2 pi L. 2 pi L into 2 pi L divided by ln of R2 by R1. Okay. Therefore, it will be, I can write it as 2 pi KL into T1 minus T2, because if I take minus common here, divided by ln of R2 by R1. Okay. This is Q. Here, if I write its electrical analogy, this is heat transfer in the cylindrical coordinate system. Cylindrical coordinate system. Heat transfer. Q is equal to, okay. If I write its electrical analogy, Q is equal to delta T divided by ln of R2 by R1, ln of R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi KL. Okay. This is nothing but Q is equal to delta T divided by R. Here R is equal to ln of R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi KL. 2 pi KL. This is called as thermal resistance in a cylindrical coordinate system. It is a thermal resistance in a cylindrical coordinate system. Okay. This is a thermal resistance in a Cartesian coordinate system for a conduction is equal to L divided by Ka. But if it is a cylindrical coordinate system, it will be ln of R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi KL. Okay. If there are series of cylinders, if there are several cylinders, if there are 2-3 cylinders, then how it will be? That we will discuss. Okay. If there are several cylinders, if there is one cylinder, like this, one hollow cylinder is there. This is one hollow cylinder of inner radius R1, R2, of inner radius R1 and R2, outer radius R2. Covering this, if there is one insulating layer, there is one insulating layer of radius R3. If there is an insulating radius of radius R3, okay. Then covering this, if there is after this insulating layer, if there is convection heat transfer, if there is convection heat transfer with heat transfer coefficient H naught, okay. If there is also a convection heat transfer inside with the heat transfer coefficient Hi, okay. Now, how the heat transfer takes place? How the heat transfer takes place? Initially, what happens? This is one hollow cylinder. This is a hollow cylinder. Okay. Outside that, there is a insulating layer. Suppose inside that there are hot gases. Suppose there are hot gases inside. From the hot gases to the inner surface of the cylinder, heat transfer takes place by convection. After that, in the first cylinder from R1 to R2, heat transfer takes place by conduction. Again from R2 to R3, it will take by conduction. Further, from the outer surface to the environment, it will take place by convection. It will take, if I write its electrical analogy, okay, if Ti is the temperature inside, okay, if T1 is the temperature at radius R1, if T2 is the temperature at radius R2, if T1 temperature T equal to T1 at R equal to R1, okay, and T equal to T2 at R equal to R2, okay, and T equal to T3 at R equal to R3, okay, and inside surface, inside gas temperature, inside hot gas temperature is equal to Ti. Ambient temperature is equal to T naught, okay. What happens from the inside hot gases to the internal surface of the cylinder, okay. If T1 is the temperature of the internal surface, inside surface, if Ti is the temperature of the hot gases, there will be a convection heat transfer coefficient RCI, okay. Convection thermal resistance from Ti to T1, okay. After that, this is a solid part. From T1 to T2 there is conduction. From T1 to T2 there is conduction. I will call it as R2, okay. Conduction from T1 to T2. Let this be temperature at radius R1 be T1. Let the temperature at radius R2 be T2. Temperature at radius R3 be T3. T3, T2 and T1, okay. Then from T2 to T3 again there is conduction heat transfer. R2 I will call. From T3 to T ambient there is convection heat transfer, okay. R0. How to calculate R1? R1 is again you have to calculate using this formula, not by L by K. And RC1 again Q is equal to what? Q is equal to again delta T divided by summation of R. Summation of R. Summation of R is RCI plus R1 plus R2 plus RC naught, okay. RCI, how will you calculate? RCI is nothing but 1 divided by HI into AI. What is the internal surface area of the cylinder? Internal surface area of the cylinder will be 1 divided by HI into 2 pi Ri R1 into L, okay. 1 divided by HI into 2 pi R1 into L, okay. What is R1? How will you calculate R1? R1 not L divided by K. Out ln of R1 is equal to ln of outer radius. R1 is between T1 and T2. What is the radius at T2? R2. Radius at T1? R1. Therefore, ln of outer radius R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi KL. Okay, this is R1. R2 is similar way. ln of R3 by R2 divided by 2 pi KL. Okay. In the similar way, R3, RC0. RC0 is convection heat transfer coefficient. Therefore, you have to calculate 1 divided by h naught into 2 pi k into 2 pi k into r naught into r3 into l. Okay, that is 2 pi k will not come into picture. 2 pi r3 into l. That is the external surface area. External surface area. Okay. If you substitute all this summation here, you will get the q value. Okay.